Hello, my name is John Convery, and welcome to this edition of John's Coffee Break. I'm delighted you've decided to visit with me for a few moments, and I promise not to disappoint. You know, oftentimes in my advisory practice, folks ask me, John, is there any way to determine what my number is? You know, the amount of money you genuinely are going to need to move into the chapter of life known as your retirement income planning years. The years you want to spend your money walking the beaches of the world, or maybe taking that Mediterranean cruise. Well, you know, there are some great tools out there. Schwab and Fidelity have tools, but according to one article authored by Katie Brockman, she said she went to the motleyfool.com website and went onto the menu tab for the retirement calculator. She put in all her data, her date of birth, inflation adjustments, other factors, and it came out and said at 65, she's going to need $1,049,211. When she went to the AARP, American Association of Retired Persons website, guess what? The same calculator told her she needed about $729,000. Wow, that's a big difference. What a chasm. You could drive a truck through that opening. Well, this is not that uncommon. And worse yet, the Achilles heel, the truth that most often you're not going to hear from the Wall Street pundits is past performance is never any guarantee of the future. Therefore, you don't know your sequence of returns in the future. When is the market going to be for you? When is it going to be against you? You can't know that. And that's the shortcoming of retirement calculators. But with that in mind, I want to tell you this. If you're unsure as to how much you need, we can help you with that, and then set a plan and then modify your plan going forward to tweak it to make sure that you're on the right track. But another thing you want to know is you got to understand that because you don't know the future sequence return on your money in what years, it's very, very difficult to be taking risk in the market when you're at or about age 60. Because if you lose money at that point, you don't necessarily have time to recover. Now, do you? You know what I'm saying. So think about this hypothetical story. It'll illustrate the point. John and Susan, two persons, both hope and dream of retiring at age 65. John has $500,000, so does Susan. They're each, over the course of their life, forward-looking, are going to get an average rate of return of 8.03%. Pretty robust, right? At the end of the day, they're going to withdraw 5% a year, starting with $25,000 to spend from their investments at age 65, and increase it a little bit each year because of inflation, right? The only difference is John retires when the market tumbles. He withdraws his 5% a year, and he spends $580,000. Now, he started with $500,000, so he did not lose money, but the rude awakening is he ran out of money at age 82, which would be fine if he only lived to age 81. But what if he lives to age 90 or 95? Trouble ahead. Susan, on the other hand, has the exact same amount of money, but a much more delightful, wonderful, exhilarating experience. She withdraws 5%, $25,000 in the first year, increases it. Same distribution or spending schedule as John, but she lives to age 89 and has never ever run out of money. When she dies, she's already withdrawn and spent over $911,000. And get this, she's left over $1.5 million as a legacy to those that she loves. Wow, that's a huge difference. Kind of like, again, you could drive the semi-truck, the diesel truck, right through that difference, just like you could the difference on the Motley Crew versus or Motley Fool calculator versus the AARP. The difference, though, for John running out of money and Susan never, ever outliving her money, is the sequence of returns. When is the market's going to be for you, and when are they going to be against you? And my friends, you can't possibly know. And neither can I or any other advisor. So that is the reason, the secret behind the idea of protecting your money and making sure you have a plan that whether the markets go up or down, you have a sustainable cash flow for the rest of your life. Because the quality of your life is directly related to the quality abundance and sustainability of your cash flow. Thank you for joining me for this edition of John's Coffee Break. I'm delighted you were with me, and stay tuned for future productions and messages that I'll be sharing with you in the future. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a magnificent day.